Howdy. So here's another RPM tune from 2011, M1 Jam. At some point I picked up, Korg came out with the Legacy Edition or something. It's an M1 and there's a couple other synths, a wavetable synth, all in software, and I picked that up, and I never actually owned an M1, kind of funny, but then to have one in software, it's almost better. It's a great old synth, classic synth, and I don't use it a ton, to be honest, but it's really cool to have, and occasionally I'll go and grab something, and I found this one patch, I don't know what it was even called, but it had it was just kind of a few different sounds on the keyboard at once, and I just kind of was goofing around with this. I think it had some timpanis in it too. So I kind of goofed around with this little riffy thing. And again, I kind of, oftentimes I gravitate towards these kind of space tunes, and they're good for film stuff, and so they're fun to make. I enjoy writing it more than I do listening to it, probably, but this one has a whole lot of stuff in it, and that was kind of the idea, was to try to make it interesting by adding a lot of different sounds at different times, and so, but that's what it starts with. Maybe I can take some time and mute some of this other business while I'm jibber jabbering. But I grabbed, you can see there's a mountain of little things. I guess the next thing is there's a timpani part. Where it's really just kind of a really simple thing that just kind of hangs on whatever key it's in, and then, like if it's in E and plays in E for a while, and then it goes in D for a while. And that's the riff. And the timpani does a bunch of different kind of transitional, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the movement of the thing. There's no bass guitar in it. There is some guitar, and they start to kind of do this noodly thing. Let's move up a little. So they kind of just noodle on open strings, and so that's just the sixth string, and then again there's that high string. And they're kind of doing the same thing. Panned. Kind of gives this kind of Americana-y kind of sound. And it does that a few times in the tune, and they kind of build and build and build, and then do a big ta-da, and it goes back. I'll jump up to the ta-da bit here. So there's a ta-da. So there's that. So that's kind of what happens, and then it will, begin to noodle again, and then grow and do it again. It does a couple times in the song across the few minutes. There's a bunch of different percussion stuff, which we'll kind of explore together, because I don't know what's in here. And I'm listening to that, and I think I recognize that the sound. I've got a toy tambourine with a head on it, And it's a toy. It came out of the toy box. My kids got a bunch of stuff for Christmas one year. And it was in the toy box, and I've scarfed it all to write with because it's fun. And I'm just kind of tapping it. I think all these are looped. A lot of them are. They're like an 8 or 16 bar loop. Because it basically just goes through the whole tune. Here's another one. Same instrument. Doing a little different pattern. And I've got this metal shaker. And tapping on a wood. Oh, that's a wooden shaker. Kind of getting two patterns out of that. Same instrument. And I don't know what this is. Spinny triangle. Oh, I think I know what that is, yeah. It's actually a triangle I recorded and spun to get this kind of sparkly spinning kind of thing. Was a sound I was looking for this. It's a kind of accent here and there. And then there's some whistle. Oops. There's some whistle stuff going on in here too. It's that D whistle that I used on My Light for the Avalon record. Of goofing mostly. And there's some harmonica stuff that I'm almost positive I imported these. They're just long notes. Stuff more than actual harmonica playing. It's just kind of these long notes. And I imported those from another tune that I wrote. I wrote a tune for Ron Wyman's film about Bombino. And at the time, I couldn't find that harmonica. It was lost in a box somewhere. So I imported them and tuned them to this tune. Because they just need to be notes, that's all. And then found them and kind of stuck them where I wanted them to be. This stuff here is glass. These are some crystal glasses that I actually went to my mom's house. She has a ton of wine glasses, all different kinds, and so I went up there and recorded a bunch. Years ago I did this. I've got probably about an hour's worth of wine glasses. That I sampled and made so you can play them on the keyboard. It's really, some of them are really pretty amazing. I stuck some of that business in here. Sorry, trying to get to this one. It's a really high one here. Almost painful. Yeah, all the same note. And then there's some steel guitar, looks like. And my usual kind of picking on the wrong side of the bar to get like these harmonic-y kind of sounds. With a wah-wah pedal, sounds like. Most likely that's played through my Univox amp. It's a 1940s Dickerson lap steel. I bought off eBay for $200. And then there's some that hammered dulcimer sample in this too. Play some different notes here. Yeah, just these little noodly things. And I think there's another sample out of the Emu, a lyra. Yeah, similar kind of sound, but just a little different. So you add all that business together. And there you have it. So, happy RPM yeah, that's a good one. Happy RPMing, everyone, and have a productive February. Thanks for watching.